This is Valley News Live at 10.
Our fight is not over. If anything, it has gotten bigger because up until now we had one single battle on the national level, and now it's split to 50 battles at the state level.
We will stand for every single person to the fullest extent of the law.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Nashay Taylor. The fallout continues following the Supreme Court's historic decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. Roughly 20 protesters who oppose abortion rights gathered outside Minnesota's Capitol building today as Governor Tim Walz signed an emergency executive order aimed at protecting reproductive health care services in the state. It's effective immediately and will protect people seeking or providing abortions in Minnesota from laws in other states. Now, meanwhile, North Dakota is one of 13 states with trigger laws in place, which allows them to quickly ban the procedure. The state's only abortion clinic in downtown Fargo has now raised more than $500,000 just in one day, an effort to move to Moorhead. But the implications of the federal decision may be broader than solely the issue of abortion. Valley News team Stacey Van Dyke spoke with some in Fargo's LGBT community today on the local concerns that the Supreme Court may rule on the topic of same-sex marriage. Next.
The Pride Collective and Community Center here in downtown Fargo is the first LGBTQ center in North Dakota. Today, they're spending the day trying their best to support their members in this time of unprecedented uncertainty. As you walk through the doors of the Pride Collective and Community Center, the mood is somber.
We could lose gay marriage, that we could lose our rights in the privacy of our own bedrooms, and that is terrifying.
The fear of Katrina Kesterman and many others is that this is the beginning of a domino chain of events, that the fight ahead will not only be about abortion rights, but other civil liberties as well. And legal professors say she could be right.
Those kinds of assumptions about privacy, autonomy, individualism are being questioned.
If you look at the logic behind the court's opinion, the right to obtain an abortion is not written in the Constitution. Then I think a conservative court that wants to go there could say the same is true of gay marriage.
When it comes to same-sex marriage, Justice Clarence Thomas has already put it in writing, saying the court needs to, quote, reconsider what many have felt is their right.
We need to keep fighting for our rights, because if we don't fight, then they're going to take them away. They have taken them away.
The right to same-sex marriage is fairly new, just being allowed by the Supreme Court in 2015.
The mood in town among the community is very angry and upset. There was a protest last night.
My body, my choice!
And that was very well attended.
Tonight, the LGBTQ community in Fargo offers a call to action.
If you watching this think that it's your time to come out and organize, it is. Start a Facebook event, get people together, donating a small amount to the Women's Clinic to move to Moorhead. Vote differently in November so that we can maybe overturn this abominable decision.
Do you have hope that that could be a reality?
I kind of have to.
In Fargo, Stacey Van Dyke, Valley News Live.
Now, there will be another protest event in the FM area on July 9th, hosted by Planned Parenthood. Details have not been finalized just yet, but as always, we'll keep you updated right here on Valley News Live. It was a bit cooler today, but how long would that last? Let's send it over to Summer for a quick look at your forecast. Summer.
Thanks so much, Nashay. That cold front that brought severe weather yesterday brought an inflow of much cooler weather behind it. We only topped off in the 60s and 70s today, and we're still now in some 50s and 60s, setting us up for a cool evening. But I want to recap some of the numerous storm reports that came in. This is a culmination of wind, hail, storm damage, flooding and funnels and tornadoes. Lots of reports. These icons are representative of funnels and actual tornadoes that were seen by an observer. There may have been more. We have lots of damage reports from the Toad Lake area, many areas in Lakes Country actually, but one confirmed tornado. The National Weather Service will be going out and conducting surveys, and we will have more information in the next coming days. Lots of strong winds and heavy rain. But Nishay, we have a bit quieter weather the next few days. I'll detail it out in your hour-by-hour forecast coming up in a little bit.
Yeah, that was for sure a lot of icons there. You could barely see your radar behind it. So that was a lot of reports.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, Summer. Cotton Lake was another area hit hard by the aggressive storm that tore through the region last night. Alex Larson has more on the community's effort to clean up the mess.
Quite a ride for a little while, and I've never seen the devastation that we had. It was unbelievable.
While many would rather have been spending their weekend relaxing or on the boat, they're left cleaning up the mess from Friday night's storm.
The window blew in, and then came the rain and the hail and the glass, and everything got wet inside.
Residents have been without power, and those with generators have been forced to power them up. And some residents say this is nothing like they've ever seen before.
There was people calling, wanting to come in our basement because as a resort, there's not too many basements.
It's scary because you understand then the force of nature, and don't mess with Mother Nature.
Power lines are down, pontoons are upside down, trampolines in the trees, and docks are totally disconnected. Tons of trees are ripped apart and the debris is everywhere. The sound of chainsaws was loudly heard across the area as they were being cut down and hauled away.
I don't even know how many people are hauling, and we've got 2 tractors with loaders on going steady, and people are picking and hauling trailers. I think there's 3-4 trailers, and it's just unreal.
The community was hard at work starting the cleanup process, even if it wasn't at their place.
The help was a surprise because we were thinking it's going to take a long time to get this done, but all of a sudden all these people showed up and all these machines, so the work got done very quickly.
And we've got a crew of people here that I don't even know who we got, but there is a crew that is just unbelievable. I would have never dreamt we'd have had this much done by now.
Thankfully, no one was hurt. Reporting from Cotton Lake, Alex Larson, Valley News Live.
An area in downtown Fargo is closed to both cars and pedestrians after large panels fell off the exterior of the Radisson Blu Hotel during last night's storm. 5th Street North between 2nd and 3rd Avenues North are closed and is expected to stay closed for several days to allow crews to secure the panels. The fire department says more panels are loose and may also fall. The U.S. Bank parking ramp is also closed until further notice. And several roads are now closed due to washout following last night's storm. Highway 32 in Grand Forks County is closed between Highways 2 and 17 near Fordville. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says a vehicle entered the flooded roadway. The driver sustained serious injuries and was taken to a local hospital in Grand Forks. They are reminding motorists not to drive around the road closed signs. A motorcyclist is now recovering from serious injuries after a crash on I-29 near Gardner. The North Dakota Highway Patrol reports that the motorcycle driven by 67-year-old Glenn Smith of Grandin began to wobble. The report states the rider laid the bike down, causing him to sustain serious injuries. Authorities say I-29 was shut down for about an hour following the crash. Later on Valley News Live at 10, a U.S. appeals court has ordered a temporary delay on the federal ban against Juul vaping products.
And after a cooler day, temperatures will be cool tonight, falling down into the 50s with some clearing skies by morning. I'll have an update to your Sunday weather planner and how much more wind we can expect coming up.